Welcome back, trainers. So I was finally able to find myself a Buizel raid and take it out, then capture it. So now I have one. And if you're wondering, am I going to put rare candies into it so I can power it up? No, I'm definitely not. I'm just going to go for the raids until I eventually have enough to evolve it, because it's just not worth powering up currently at the moment. I know it's a neat looking Pokemon when it evolves and all that, but I'm good for now. As far as the egg hatches, I finally hatched myself a Budew. We'll be taking a look at that and going over all of the shiny Pokemon that you can currently hatch out of these 7-kilometer eggs. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look. Now on to the Budew hatch that I almost did not record, because that's how it usually goes. I never record the best hatches. So this is actually going to be a fairly valuable hatch, considering you can also get the shiny variants, because Roselia already was available shiny in the game, okay? I'm perfectly fine on mine, and Roserade, when it does arrive into Pokemon Go, is going to be the best offensive poison attacker and the highest grass attacker in Pokemon Go currently. So these are something you may want to hold on to, star up, do some trades, get some luckies, because they're going to be very, very valuable in the future. Thought I'd leave that sound in there so you can hear its cry, because it sounds pretty funny. So this Pokemon reminds me completely and entirely of Tails from Sonic. You know, Miles, the little sort of fox with two tails that flies and spins just like that. Pretty funny. Anyways, finally able to find one. Yes, I've been looking frantically and just haven't been able to make them. When they first came out, I had to do the Deoxys, and I was meeting up with somebody. And then I was thinking to myself, you know what, I'll be able to find one, no problem. As soon as I go home and edit, and I'll go right back out and get one. Nope, they weren't anywhere. And then the next day, drove everywhere, couldn't find any. Come home, start editing, of course they start spawning, and it's across town. Like, all right, forget it, I'll get it eventually, it's no big deal. So today, finally found one, caught it, made it my buddy. I'm not going to walk it too long, just, you know, it's new. And I need to get those candies, I suppose, so I can evolve it. And I haven't seen them in the wild whatsoever, so who knows. I already covered this Pokemon. When it evolves, it's, you know, it's going to be okay. It's not horrible by any means. But alright, let's take a look at these 7-kilometer eggs. So you can hatch a Vulpix, Sandshrew, Meowth, Diglett, Grimer, Geodude, and then these are the Shinies, Magby, Togepi, Pichu, and Waynot. I'm personally not opening up gifts when my egg inventory is not full, because I don't really want the Alolan Pokemon chance. As far as the shiny babies, you know, that's great, but that's always been there in the 2-kilometer eggs. I've hatched so many, and I've only gotten the shiny Togepi, so not too worried about those personally. But there you have it. If you're curious as to what is going on with those eggs and you weren't really in the loop, now you know. Alright, trainers, and in other news, Niantic support did tweet out this information regarding your Pokemon that you are stacking up for your encounters. So if you have more than 100, you may want to claim those, because they're going to simply just vanish after that. And then they go on to say make room for new things to come. So I can't wait to see what they're talking about. Possibly more Gen 4 Pokemon. Now, Niantic did come out and say this, that you will be able to hold on to 100 Pokemon. So there's no need to worry about that. So as long as you collect those ones before that, you should be okay. Although there's no real way to count unless you're literally tallying these things on some paper or on your phone somehow to make sure you're keeping track of every Pokemon you've stacked up. There's really no way, because there's no number. It'd be great if they had a number there. But just some information for you there. If you have a whole bunch of stacked Pokemon, now's the time to collect them. As a matter of fact, if I were you, I would wait until Cyndaquil Day. So wait for that. Cyndaquil Day is going to be so intense for Stardust catching. It's not going to be for the egg hatching, just the catching. So maybe if you want to collect them then, make sure you have a star piece on and just go to town. Alright, so let's go ahead and claim my Shedinja. Did this yesterday. Now we know this Pokemon is silly, right? And it can't really do much whatsoever unless abilities are introduced. So what do you bet? Do you think they're going to be coming into Pokemon Go, or do you think they're just going to skip those altogether and keep it simple? Because if they did add abilities, things are going to get a little bit more complicated for the casual players and probably turn them off. And hence to this game called Go, they're trying to make it a continuous flowing game, fast action and continuously moving, not a slow-paced strategy style like the main series games. So I think you may see abilities in the future, possibly for PvP. And when you just go to a gym, you're just going to have abilities off. I don't know. But if we did see the introduction of those, so many Pokemon are going to have so much more potential than they do currently. And speaking of abilities, I wonder if we're going to be able to switch forms with Giratina with the current one that we've powered up. Highly doubt it, but it would be absolutely fantastic if they allowed us to do that, because that's quite the investment to go in on that one and then another one. But, you know, nobody's forcing us to power them up. So let's go ahead and check out this Gengar raid. Haven't done one of these speed runs in a while. And I'm just going to let you know right now, it does have Sucker Punch and Sludge Bomb. So it's not the ideal speed run Gengar. You're going to probably want Sucker Punch and Focus Blast. That is actually going to be the moves that you definitely want. And you're going to go up against it with Gengars. Now, my first one is going to be this shiny with Lick and Shadow Ball. How did I like it? I've used it before. It performed good. The difference between the Shadow Claw is very, very minuscule. And the Shadow Claw is actually going to be doing slightly more damage. So I do finish it at a reasonable time. I could have done better with Mewtwo's, but I just wanted to try with all the Gengars here because I have them powered up and I want to use them. So next time I'll try it with the Mewtwo. But yeah, keep that in mind. I could have got a better time. I think my best run non-weather boosted was finishing at 76 seconds. 76 or 79. Pretty sure it was 76. So that's pretty much it, folks. Finishing anything above 70 with a Sludge Bomb, consider that some pro timing right there, okay? So thank you for watching, trainers. I'm just going to let this play out with the actual in-game audio because it is still requested from you guys. I'll also be keeping you guys posted on any more information regarding the Gen 4 evolutions and all that stuff because we see it in the data and it is getting closer and closer. Nothing's really happening currently, so we can just have our fingers crossed for that announcement fairly soon. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll be catching you all next time.